mankind in the West was exploring ways for man to fly, the Chinese on the other side of the world were pursuing their long-held dream of achieving immortality. In today's world, now that the energy from electricity, petroleum, the atom and the sun has been mastered, Western civilizations in turn are looking inwards and seeking ways to master the stress levels and the emotions which they often have to face. The human body is full of energy which is synthesized, centralized and then distributed. The human body consists of matter, but above all, it consists of energy, which the Chinese call qi. According to traditional Chinese medicine, the symptoms which result from stress, the emotions and illness are an indication of an imbalance in the circulation of qi in the body. Chinese traditional methods can help us to free ourselves from all the tensions and the obstacles which affect the flow of energy in our bodies. Although this form of gymnastics seems very simple, it is widely practiced, since it has an effect on all the organs and meridians in the body through which the flow of energy circulates. Regular daily practice of Qigong regularizes the spirit and the breathing and enables you to consciously achieve a state of total relaxation, whether you're quite still or in motion. Qigong is an age-old discipline within everyone's reach, and it offers you a way of learning how to deal with the problems of everyday life. By following the Qigong path, you will arrive at a new awareness of self, which will bring real benefits for your health. What does Qigong mean? Qi is energy, or the breath of life. It circulates within every living thing in existence between the sky and the earth. Gong is the actual task in hand, the technique. Qigong influences the flow of energy in the human body. It's possible to adjust any excesses or deficiencies of energy within the whole organism. If one accepts the idea that everything is filled with this energy, from our own bodies right up to the whole of the universe, it follows that the energy which invigorates us as human beings must be related to the energy which is all around us. Harmony is the result of the balance between the individual and the cosmos. The Chinese have always recognized that there's a unique order which controls the universe. Man needs to absorb this cosmic law by osmosis. If he turns his back on nature, he's turning his back on the truth, and his lack of wisdom will condemn him to eternal wandering. Chinese philosophy is clearly set out in the Book of Changes, known as I Ching. This states that movement or change comes about as the result of a breakdown of the balance between two opposing but inseparable forces, known as yin and yang. These two forces are a direct extension of the universal life energy, or qi. They join together and become one, and it's their union which creates equilibrium. Not everything is white, nor is everything black. Everything is simultaneously both white and black. Three major principles are expressed in I Ching. Everything is in perpetual movement. Everything is merely outward appearance. Man has to find the true way, the truth. Our internal life, which is controlled by human instinct, our emotions and our intuition, is generated by our yin side. Our reason and intelligence, on the other hand, and everything which surrounds us, is yang. If one of these two forces is dominant, it can be an evil, destructive force, both mentally or physically. A man by nature is more yang than a woman. The upper part of the body is also more yang than the lower part. The aim of Qigong is to restore and maintain the balance between these two aspects. In Taoist teaching, 5 elements came about as a result of the alternating yin and yang forces. The law governing these 5 elements is the basis of Chinese philosophy. Time and space are inseparable, and the annual cycle, which is divided into 5 time periods, corresponds to the 5 elements, which in turn are linked to the 5 major organs in the body. The 5 organs reflect the 5 major emotions, and any excess or deficiency upsets the balance and harmony between yin and yang, and is the principal cause of illness. In the division of the year into seasons and their corresponding symbols, spring corresponds to wood, the liver, and anger. Summer to fire, the heart, and joy. The end of summer to earth, the spleen, the pancreas, and reflection. Autumn to metal, the lungs, and sadness. And winter to water, the kidneys, and fear. All 5 elements coexist in the natural world within a generative cycle. Earth produces metal. Metal gives rise to water. Water nourishes wood. Wood stimulates fire, and fire generates earth with its ashes. In the cycle of dominance, the earth dams water. Water extinguishes fire. Fire melts metal. Metal cuts wood, and wood covers the earth. Man exists between the sky and the earth, and is ruled by the law of the 5 elements. As the receptacle of cosmic forces, he's part of the universe. In his search for wisdom, his aim is to allow the universal current to pass through him without opposing it. Traditional Chinese medicine treats the causes of the illness rather than its symptoms, and the sick person rather than the illness itself. It approaches the individual as a whole. Innate prenatal qi is transmitted to the baby by both parents from conception to birth. It's situated in the kidneys. The qi acquired after birth comes from digestion and food and breathing in the air. It's situated in the solar plexus level, or middle dantian. Qi is invisible. When you practice Qigong, you can feel it circulating through the body. It flows like water in a river along the 12 primary meridians, and is stored in reservoirs which nourish the rivers in the 8 extra meridians. Whenever there's any abnormality in the flow of energy along the 12 rivers, the 8 reservoirs intervene by either feeding or regulating the flow. If the reservoirs are not replenished, illnesses can arise owing to the reaction to the deficiency by their corresponding organs. Traditional Chinese medicine intervenes in various different ways. There are remedies based on medicinal plants. Acupuncture needles can be placed at certain points, known as acupuncture points, to slow down or activate the flow of energy according to the needs of the patient. Massage can be applied along the meridian lines or a specific diet prescribed. Chinese medicine also recommends the regular practice of specific exercises, or a number of different Qi Gong exercises to regulate the flow of Qi in the body. A Qigong session lasts approximately 20 to 30 minutes. To achieve the desired effects on your health, it's recommended that you practice Qigong every day. You can do the exercises in your own home in a well-ventilated room, or outside in a place sheltered from the wind, the rain and the midday sun. Find a place which is peaceful. Turn to face the east in the morning, face the south during the day, and face the north in the evening towards the north, so that you capture the yang energies. It is better not to exercise close to meal times or less than an hour before you go to bed. Wear clothing which is soft, loose and comfortable. Avoid synthetic materials. Wear shoes with thin, supple soles. When you first begin Qigong, you may experience certain sensations, such as uncontrollable trembling, the feeling of heat invading your whole body or just your hands, or a tingling sensation in your fingertips. These sensations merely mean that the energy is flooding into your body very quickly, and there's no cause for concern. Breathe calmly and relax. After a Qigong session, it's recommended you should wait at least 20 minutes before eating or drinking anything. You should not practice Qigong if you're really tired or ill, and you should also avoid it if you've recently been angry or upset. Whatever your reasons for doing Qigong and however regularly you practice, you need to seek advice and instruction from a skilled tutor. We're now ready to begin the 8 pieces of brocade and the 5 animals. We hope that you'll enjoy the programme and that it will meet all your expectations. The 8 pieces of brocade refer to 8 pieces of silk cloth embroidered with designs. They were made during the Sui dynasties between 581 and 618, and the Tang dynasties from 618 to 907. They're especially associated with General Yu Fei, who made use of them to improve the health of his soldiers. The figure 8, Ba, refers to the 8 I Ching trigrams, representing the changes in nature. The 8 pieces of brocade is a traditional Taoist exercise which is widely practiced in China today. Numerous Tai Ji Chuan courses in Asia and the West practice it prior to the actual session. The 8 pieces of brocade demand well-coordinated breathing, concentration and movement. The method's very popular and is based on alternating as well as combining the contraction and relaxation of the muscles. The technique promotes good circulation of both energy and the blood. It tones up the muscles, massages and improves the function of the internal organs, as well as the other organs in the nervous and hormonal systems. You can either practice the whole sequence of the 8 pieces of brocade twice a day, repeating each exercise the same number of times to each side. Each exercise is usually done 6 times. Or you can perform each movement separately. In this case, you should repeat the selected exercise for longer. We would advise you to begin the course by examining each exercise in detail. This will enable you to learn the technique it involves as well as its therapeutic effects. If you want to go straight to a particular exercise, you can easily do this by choosing the interactive course on the menu. Once you're familiar with the individual exercises, you'll find following the whole sequence much easier and more pleasurable. The 5 animals. The Chinese doctor, Quimétao, created the 5 animals technique during the Han S dynasty in about the year 200. This famous doctor, who was involved in the first surgery under general anaesthetic using medicinal plants, developed this technique for his patients. In this Qigong technique, the thought processes are recognised as the driving force of movement, and the exercise combines the imitation of the physical behaviour of each of the 5 animals, as well as their character. The 5 animals correspond to the 5 elements, and are therefore linked to the meridians in the body. This Taoist technique is very often prescribed for chronic illnesses such as arthritis or rheumatism, which are the result of blockages in the energy or blood flow, and on a physical level, it's particularly beneficial for the muscles and joints. We would advise you to begin the course by examining each exercise in detail. This will enable you to learn the technique it involves, as well as its therapeutic effect. If you want to go straight to a particular exercise, you can easily do this by choosing the interactive course on the menu. Once you're familiar with the individual exercises, you'll find following the whole sequence much easier and more pleasurable. Before you begin, spend a few moments breathing calmly. Clear your mind of any thoughts and everyday bustle. The most important thing is that all your movements should be fluid and effortless, without any tension. Stand up straight, with your legs a shoulder width apart, and imagine that the whole surface on the soles of your feet is sinking into the ground. Your legs should not be completely straight. Swing your hips forward just a little so that your knees bend very slightly. Keep your back straight and pointing upwards towards the sky, without making it tense or stiff. Your chest should be slightly pulled in. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Hold your head up straight, with your chin slightly held in and your neck supple. Your head should feel as though it's suspended on a string from a star in space. The tip of the tongue rests effortlessly behind your top teeth and links 2 essential meridians, the governor vessel and the conception vessel. Look straight ahead without fixing your gaze on any particular point. The Qigong warm-up should enable you to receive as favourably as possible the energy coming from the sky and from the earth. This is why a warm-up session is all about being aware, relaxed and opened up. It is the moment when you turn inwards in order to feel the state of your body and your spirit. With your feet parallel, lean your head towards your shoulder without forcing yourself. Bring your shoulders down and pull your sternum in. Come back to the centre so that you can turn your head towards the left-hand side, then the right. Then return very gently to the centre. Breathe in. Bring your head back up towards the sky. Breathe out and drop your head down in the direction of the ground. Stretch your waist up. With your fingers spread apart, make large circles without fully stretching your arms. Change direction. At the end of the movement, push forwards with your hands. Concentrate on the palms of your hands. Stretch your body as you use your pelvis to turn your torso round. The heel of your back foot lifts off the ground and then comes back onto the floor at the same time as the hand which is in motion returns to your side. Without exaggerating the movement, make circles with your hips, first to one side and then to the other. The torso remains vertical and your knees remain supple. Bring your feet close together and bend your knees as much as you can without causing any tension and without lifting your heels off the floor. Draw large circles with your arms. When you come back up, gently go up onto your toes. Do not hold your breath. Even during the warm-up, try to make your movements as fluid as possible. Rotate your wrists in all directions without tightening up your shoulders. Look straight ahead. Keep your elbows down and breathe calmly. Let's now move on and look at the 8 pieces of brocade. Number 1. Carrying the sky in the hands. This movement allows you to loosen up and open all the meridians so that energy can circulate freely. It has a beneficial effect on the triple energizer meridian. It also works on back pain and muscle contractions in the back. As you breathe in, bring your arms up at your sides with your elbows relaxed and your palms facing the sky. Concentrate your mind on the inside of your hands. Cross your hands over above your head and bring them back down without tensing your shoulders. Stretch your arms out as though you were gently pushing the sky back. When you've stretched as far as you can, slightly lift your heels off the ground. As you breathe out, uncross your hands and bring your heels back onto the ground. Your arms return naturally to your sides. Feel that your feet are rooted to the ground and lift a small ball of light from your lower abdomen up to your sternum. Your hands help to bring it back down to your pubis. Without interrupting the movement, your arms draw apart to carry it up again to the sky. Carry the sky in your hands 8 times in one fluid movement. Breathe calmly. Number 2. Firing at an eagle with a bow. This movement opens up the chest and improves the breathing. It affects any blockages at the neck and shoulder level. It also treats any feelings of oppression. It tones up the lung meridians and that of the large intestine, as well as the qi in the kidneys. All the energy in the body is activated in this way. From the starting position, breathe in. Bring your left leg right out. Your feet should point diagonally outwards. Rock your pelvis forwards. Breathe out and bend your knees, making sure your knees are directly above your toes, with your hands crossed over in front of the lower part of your stomach. As you breathe out, your hands come up level with your chest. Your head turns to look at the eagle, and the arm nearest your body stretches out in the same direction at shoulder height. Your thumb and index finger point up to the sky, and the other 3 fingers are curled over, symbolising the bow. Your other fist is clenched as if it were pulling on the string of the bow, and your elbow is brought back without any stiffness in the shoulders. As you come into position and finish breathing out, remain in the position for a few seconds and hold your breath. You should feel your back stretching straight up between the earth and the sky. Your knees point outwards. Breathe in and relax your arms down by your sides. Begin again, moving to the other side. Your right hand is holding the imaginary bow when you look towards the right, and your left hand when you look to the left. Don't force your hip action or the bending of your knees. Always work within your own capabilities and try to avoid any tension. Make a note that you can do this exercise and straighten your legs every time you change sides. You do this as soon as your arms are back by your sides. Breathe calmly for a few moments before bending your knees once again and bringing your hands up in front of your torso to fire the bow at the eagle. Number 3. Lifting the mountain with one arm. This movement affects the whole digestive system and stimulates the spleen and the stomach in particular. Digestive complaints can be treated with this exercise. From the starting position, bring your left foot to the side, leaving a space between your feet which equals the length of your foot. Make sure that your body weight is equally spread across both feet. Carry a large balloon between your arms, which retain the same rounded shape throughout the exercise. As you breathe in, lift one hand above your head with the tips of your fingers pointing inwards. Follow the hand up as it rises. Simultaneously, stretch the other arm out towards the ground so that the hand is to the side of your hip. As you breathe out, cross your arms over in front of you, moving at the same speed. Both hands will arrive in their new positions simultaneously. Imagine that you're pushing something away from you without straining and with your elbows slightly bent. Do this movement 8 times alternately to each side. During this exercise, pay attention to the hollow of each hand and concentrate on remaining stable on your body's axis. To complete the exercise, bring your left foot back and bring your arms back to your sides. Number 4. Strengthening the body as you look behind you. This movement is beneficial for people who suffer from chronic illnesses such as arterial hypertension, dizziness, and headaches. This is often caused by a blockage of the meridians situated below the point where the spine protrudes, at the 7th cervical vertebra. This point is unblocked at neck level, but the exercise has an effect on all the yang meridians, working on the sympathetic and parasympathetic neurovegetative systems. As you breathe in, transfer your body weight onto your front foot, taking a small step forward, and bring both arms together in front of you in a wide movement. Transfer your weight onto your back foot. Carry the sky in your hands. As you breathe out, slide your hands apart. Your hands appear to be pushing something away from you at either side, with the palms looking outwards. As you breathe in, turn your head and look far into the distance behind you, without forcing the movement. Remain for a few moments in this position. As you breathe out, and while you're turning your head back to face the front, all the time performing a gentle fluid rocking from one leg to the other, bring your hands over in front of you and draw a few curves. Transfer your weight to the front leg and repeat the movement 8 times to the same side. Make sure that your torso and your pelvis remain aligned to the central axis of your body. Return to the starting position before you begin repeating the exercise 8 times in the other direction. Your hands at each side turn to face the sky. During this exercise, concentrate on making your movements, which come from your hips, as fluid as possible. To complete the exercise, return to the starting position with your arms by your sides. Try to remain loose and to smile on the inside. Number 5. Calming the heart by turning the head. This exercise quenches fire in the heart. It alleviates tension in the nervous system caused by stress, physical overexertion, and anxiety. After having brought both hands up and crossed them over in front of you, place them on your thighs, with the thumb facing backwards and the index finger on your hip. As you breathe out, adopt the position of a horseback rider, with your legs wide apart. Your feet are turned 45 degrees on a diagonal. Bend your knees, making sure that they're directly above your toes. Rock your pelvis forward and stretch your back right up to the top of your head. As you breathe in, lean forwards, keeping your torso well toned and straight, with your head forming an extension of your back. With the top of your head, draw a large circle to the side towards the sky, as the leg on the other side stretches out. As your head moves round, your torso remains facing the front. Relax your shoulders. The torso stretches out as an extension of the leg which is straight. The hip is open, and your eyes should follow the movement. As you breathe out, return to the horseback rider position, with your feet firmly on the ground and your torso held high over both legs, with your knees pointing outwards. As you breathe in, turn your torso to the other side. Alternate this movement by moving 4 times to each side in turn. Come to an end by bringing your feet back together along the central body axis in the starting position and breathe calmly. Number 6. Strengthening your kidneys by taking hold of your feet. This movement affects the organs and muscles situated at waist and lumbar level. It strengthens the kidneys and improves the flow of energy in the abdominal area. It's very good for combating lower back pain. Breathe in. Cross your hands in front of you, then lift them up and open up your arms, with your palms facing the sky. Do not bend your back. Breathe out. Without forcing yourself, bend over forwards, unrolling your spine vertebra by vertebra until, if you can, you're touching the tips of your toes. Breathe in and describe a circle to each side of your legs with your hands. Then bring your hands up, letting them slide up your body from your heels to your kidneys. Finally, stand up straight again, with your hands on your back, and lean backwards without forcing yourself. Take advantage of the movement to stretch up to the sky. Let your neck relax. Breathe out and roll up your spine again, sliding your hands down the back of your legs until you reach your ankles. Calmly begin the sequence again and repeat it 8 times without a pause. If you find it difficult, place your hands on your tibias, your knees or your thighs. Finish the exercise by returning to the starting position with your arms by your sides and your feet together. Number 7. Increasing your strength by clenching your fists. This exercise is related to the liver, the eyes, the muscles and the tendons. The cerebral cortex and the nervous system are also involved. This movement works on eye problems and pains in the joints, the tendons or the muscles. From the starting position, adopt the horseback rider position shown in detail in the previous exercise, with your legs wide apart. Your eyes gaze into the distance in front of you. As you breathe in, draw a circle with each hand in turn, and bring the hand back level with your hips, with your fist clenched. Your thumb is over your fingers, which are curled up. Your elbow is bent and points backwards. Your palm faces the sky. As you breathe out, without any hesitation, punch your fist towards the front, twisting your arm from the shoulder. Your clenched fist ends up with the palm facing downwards. Remain in this position for a few seconds. Then, as you breathe in, move your hand as though you wanted to trap something in it. Open your hand and then close it again with your palm facing the sky. Bring your hand back down to your hips. Carry out the movement 8 times on each side, alternating sides. Here, both your head and your eyes follow the gesture. Now do the same movement again 8 times, with both arms moving forward at the same time. And then a last series of 8 with your arms moving out to each side. If you want to, you can halve the number of times you do each movement. Never force yourself to do too much. To come to a close, return to the starting position. Number 8. Vibrating the body to eliminate illness. By vibrating the whole of your body, this exercise not only harmonizes the energy in the top and lower part of your body, but also stimulates and regulates the flow of qi along the meridians. Bring your legs apart a little way. Breathe in, go up onto your toes with your hands on your kidneys, slightly lifting your shoulders, but without bending your back. Breathe out, and in one clean action, relax your whole body. Your heels come back onto the ground, and your shoulders relax. Feel your whole body vibrating. Do this movement 7 times. As you finish this exercise, your arms return naturally to your sides. Stay for a few moments in this position, tuning into your feelings. We invite you to finish this session with the following massage. The 5 animals. Now let's look at how the 5 animals are performed. The bear. In spite of its size, the bear is very supple. Strength and elasticity are its characteristics. The bear exercise strengthens the spleen and the stomach, aids digestion, feeds the blood, and works on the tendons and the muscles. In addition, it works on aches in the joints of the shoulders, the lumbar region, and the back. In the bear movement, breathe out as you turn your torso and your head, and then breathe in as you come back to the central axis. Do not hold your breath. In one and the same movement, turn your hip and the same side of your torso as you bend one knee. Your head and your eyes follow the movement. The leading shoulder finishes the movement by turning towards the front, bringing the arm down. The shoulder at the back then opens up, lifting the other arm up. The arms retain their rounded shape throughout the exercise. The head remains facing the front, but the eyes are not fixed on one point and gaze into the distance to each side, over the top of your shoulder. At times the movement is propelled by your pelvis, and at times by the transfer of body weight from one foot to the other. Stretch your waist and bring your coccyx in towards the front. Keep your fists well clenched. Imagine that you're like a bear in the forest. At the end, bring your feet back together and relax for a few moments, with your hands placed one on top of the other on your navel. The right hand is underneath in the case of women and on top in the case of men. The tiger. The Chinese consider the tiger to be the king of the animals. Thanks to its strength and its sang-froid, the majestic tiger is always ready to leap out to catch his prey. This movement works on the whole network of meridians and brings them into harmony. It's beneficial in the case of pains in the spinal column and for rheumatism. It helps digestion and also has a beneficial effect on the liver. The tiger takes 2 steps forwards. When it moves to the right foot leads, and when it moves to the left leg leads. Notice that as each leg moves, the heel is lifted off the ground. When you change direction, the other leg leads. In parallel with the leg movement, you should clench your fists and place them on each side of your hips with your elbows pointing back. As soon as you've taken the second step, finish the movement by pushing your hands out, with your fingers straight and spread out. This is the tiger showing his claws. The front foot stays up on its toes, and most of the body weight is carried by the back foot. During these movements, make sure that your knees are bent and concentrate on making the second step very fast. Your eyes show which direction you're moving. Pause for a short time before moving towards the other side. Change direction each time you move, going to each side 8 times. Finish in the position of rest with your feet together and your hands one on top of the other below your navel. The deer. The deer is a graceful animal, and it owes its beauty to its delicacy. Its hindquarters are very supple and give it a lightness and speed of movement when it begins to move and when it's running. This movement strengthens the kidneys, the area around the pelvis, the hips, as well as the arms and the legs. It helps the energy to circulate around the pelvis. It's also recognised for gynecological and intestinal problems. As you do the deer exercise, make sure that your breathing is natural and allow your breathing to fit in with the movement. From the starting position, with your knees bent and supple, turn your whole body to one side. When you turn to the right, your right leg is in front. Your right arm is then higher than your left arm, and inversely to the left. Be conscious of the fact that it's your pelvis which is driving the movement. Be careful not to stiffen your knees, but let them move freely when they bend, like springs. In this position, draw 8 circles with your arms to the right, if you're leading on the right foot, or 8 circles to the left, if the left foot is in front. The heel of the leading foot is raised off the ground. Come back to the initial position with your hands beneath your stomach, with your right hand under your left if you're a woman, and the other way round if you're a man. Breathe calmly before doing the same thing on the other side. Come back to the initial position and remain still for a few moments. The monkey. The monkey is a lively, precise and intelligent animal. When it picks a fruit, it uses the whole of its body, which is very supple. This movement tones up the liver and works on problems with eyesight. It's beneficial for all the tendons and muscles. It brings the cervical, dorsal and lumbar vertebrae into play and is recommended for arthritis in these parts of the body. As the monkey moves, it takes 3 big steps on the diagonal, 2 forward and 1 back. Its arms are held out in front in the air to grab hold of a branch. The heel of the back foot lifts off the ground. Both knees stay bent and supple throughout the exercise. The hand, which is not in motion, is placed on the kidneys and the torso leans slightly forwards. The fingertips are brought together and the wrist is slightly curved. To grab hold of the branch, the hand opens and then grasps it. Mirroring the instructor, step diagonally to the right. Your right foot is flat on the floor, whereas the heel of your left foot is raised off the ground. Grasp hold of a branch to your left, then bring your left foot down flat on the floor, lifting the heel of your right foot. Finally, go to the right again with the heel of your left foot lifted off the ground, and get ready to begin again by moving forwards to the left. Repeat this movement several times. Return to the initial position, remain perfectly still, and regain your sense of calm. The crane. The crane swells with energy as it unfurls its wings. With its wings folded, the bird is stable and remains vigilant. By doing the crane exercise, all the meridians are relaxed. It tones up the heart, the lungs, the kidneys and the lumbar region. The crane unfurls its wings as it takes a diagonal step forwards. When moving to the right, it's the right foot which leads. The left foot leads when moving to the left. When you come to rest, bring your feet together and bend your knees down as far as you can without lifting your heels off the ground. Stretch your back up. Close your wings in front of you in a wide, rounded movement. Maintain the same rhythm as your body rises and falls. The heel of the back foot lifts off the ground. Stretch your body and do not let it bend. As soon as you are upright, carry the sky in your arms and support yourself on your hands as you come back down. Breathe in while you're in flight. Breathe out as you land. After you've done this exercise 8 times, return to the starting position with your hands below your navel, with the right hand beneath the left if you're a woman, or the reverse if you're a man. Enjoy the sensations flowing through you. To finish this session, move on to the following massage. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your left leg a little to the side. Then as you breathe in, lift both arms up towards the sky. Link your hands as you breathe in and lift your heels slightly off the floor. Stretch your whole body up. Gently hold your breath. Breathe out. Relax your arms by your sides. Then, breathing in again, lightly lift your heels off the floor and lift your arms. Stretch your whole body upwards again. Breathe out. Relax. Gently come back down onto your heels. Relax your arms by your sides. Move at your own rhythm, alternating your breathing in and breathing out, and alternately relaxing and stretching. Imagine that your whole body is being stretched. The whole spinal column and all the muscles in your body are stretching. As you breathe out, relax and imagine all your muscles loosening up and deeply relaxing. Breathe in, breathe out, and feel that your body is very gently getting looser and relaxing. Return to the starting position. Breathe in and lift your hands up to chest height. Breathe out. Relax and bring your arms down to your sides. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then as you breathe in, move your left leg to the side. Adopt the horseback rider position. Then as you breathe out, stretch your left arm out to the left and place your right fist level with your right shoulder. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax your arms by your sides. Then, breathing in again, carry out the same movement again, but this time to your right, stretching your right arm out. Then breathe in again and relax. Move at your own rhythm, alternating moving to the left and to the right without ever forcing yourself. And return to the starting position. Breathe in, breathe out, then very gently bring your left leg out. Place your hands level with your abdomen. Then, as you breathe out, lift your left hand towards the sky. As you breathe in, relax this hand and change hands. As you breathe in, lift your right hand. As you breathe out, relax. Continue working at your own rhythm, alternating breathing out and in. As you carry out this movement, imagine that the whole of your body is stretched upwards as you breathe out. As you breathe in, your body becomes loose and deeply relaxes. Calmly breathe in and breathe out. Above all, do not force yourself in terms of your breathing as well as your body movements. Imagine that your body is stretching and then relaxing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Return to the starting position by bringing your left leg back and letting your arms fall down by your sides. Breathe in, breathe out. Gently bring your left leg forward and then transfer your body weight from your right leg to your left and from your left leg to your right. And again, transfer your body weight onto your left leg. Your body keeps quite still. Turn your head gently to the right and look behind you. Repeat this movement several times, taking all the time you need. Then very gently come back to the starting position with your feet together. Breathe in, breathe out, and then move your right leg to the right. Transfer your body weight from your right leg to your left, then from the left to the right, letting your breathing calmly and gently become part of the movement. Pay attention to your breathing and to the placement of your body. Your movements should be fluid and very rounded. Then return to the starting position with your arms by your sides and your feet together. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your left leg out to the side, place your hands on your thighs with your thumbs pointing out. Then very gently lean over forwards. Transfer your body weight to the side, then return to the centre. Breathe in. Breathe out. Here too, move at your own rhythm. As you carry out this movement, concentrate your attention on your hips and your lumbar region. As you breathe in, lean forwards and transfer your weight, continuing to breathe in. As you breathe out, return to the starting position. Breathe in and breathe out, without ever forcing yourself. Here too, your movement should be relatively fluid. Bring your left foot back to the central axis of your body and relax your arms at your sides. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your left leg out. Breathe in. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Do not bend your back. Breathe out. And above all, don't force yourself. Lean forwards, curling your spine up one vertebra at a time. Put your hands around your feet. Then, very gently as you breathe in, bring your hands up over your calves and your thighs and place them on your kidneys. Breathe out, relax, and take your hands down once again to your feet. Then breathe in again and come back up very gently. Breathe out as you go forwards and breathe in when you come back up. Here too, go at your own rhythm and never force your breathing. And above all, never force any movement involving your spine. Breathe in. Lift your hands towards the sky. Breathe out. Lean forwards. Bring your hands down to your feet. Breathe in. Bring your hands up over your legs. Then, as you breathe out, bring them back down over your thighs and your calves. Concentrate on your breathing, on the movement, and on the whole length of your spine as it uncurls and curls up very, very gently. Then return to the starting position. Place your hands at dantian level, bring your left leg back and relax your arms at your sides. Breathe in, breathe out. Adopt the horseback rider position. Very gently as you breathe out, push your left fist forwards. Then as you breathe in, bring your left fist back. Do the same thing with your right arm. As you breathe out again, push your fist out to the side. Do the same thing with your right arm. Again, as you breathe out, push out to the sides with both arms. And as you breathe in, bring your fists back to your hips. Don't forget to turn your head. Return to the starting position with your arms at your sides. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lightly bring your left leg to the side and place your hands level with your kidneys. As you breathe in, lightly lift your heels. As you breathe out, relax your whole body and come back down onto your heels. Breathe in, lift your heels, breathe out and drop back onto your heels. Continue to your own rhythm without ever forcing yourself, and above all, very lightly lifting your heels. Be sure to relax your entire body so that all the muscles and organs and your whole body vibrate. Breathe in, breathe out and try to pick up all the sensations associated with this vibration. Then bring your left leg back and your arms down by your sides. We invite you to end this session with the following massage. Let's now look at the 5 animals in sequence. The bear. Breathe in, breathe out, Lightly move your left leg to the side and place your arms by your sides with your fists slightly forward. Transfer your body weight onto your left leg and then onto your right leg. As you turn, lightly turning your torso to the left and then to the right. As you turn your torso, breathe out and turn your head as well. Then, as you breathe in, come back to the central axis. Go at your own rhythm, keeping your breathing peaceful and calm without ever forcing yourself. Concentrate on your breathing and on your body. Simply imagine that you're a bear moving in the midst of nature, a strong, very heavy animal. Then come back to the centre and bring your hands back into position below your navel. Breathe in, breathe out. The tiger. Breathe in, breathe out. Place your fists on either side of your hips. Bend your left leg. Bring your left leg forward and bring your right leg up. Then stretch your left leg out again, placing your arms up high. Then return to the starting position again and carry out the same movement to your right. Lightly bring your right leg forward, bring your left leg up, then stretch your right leg out again and place your arms up high. Go at your own rhythm. Let your breathing become part of the movement, which should be very gentle and relatively slow, and simply imagine that you're a tiger. Then return to the starting position. Place your hands level with your abdomen and your feet together. The deer. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax your arms at your sides. Then, very gently, your left hand comes in search of the right hand. Turn your torso to the left. Transfer your body weight onto your right leg. Then, in a circular movement, move your arms anti-clockwise. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your breathing become a natural part of the movement, which is very gentle and relatively slow. Imagine that you are the deer moving at the heart of nature through the forest in a calm, serene place. Feel the way your body is moving as well, your shoulders and your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to the starting position. And relax your arms at your sides once again. This time it's the right hand which comes in search of the left. Transfer your body weight onto your left leg. Here, too, make circular movements with your arms, this time moving them clockwise. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax all the muscles at shoulder, back and hip level. And here too, simply imagine that you're a deer in the heart of nature. Then come back to the starting position, placing your hands at the dantian point. The monkey. Breathe in, breathe out, place your fists at hip level. Bend your left leg. Then with a little jump, move onto your left foot. Then onto your right, and then back onto your left. Repeat the same movement, this time to your right. A small jump onto your right leg, then to the left, and then backwards onto your right. Continue at your own rhythm. Imagine that you're this lively monkey, moving through the branches. Then come back to the starting position and place your hands on the dantian point. Breathe in, breathe out. The crane. Relax your arms down at your sides. Then, moving to the left, bring your left leg forwards. Stretch the whole of your body upwards. Then, very gently, bring your right leg up to your left leg. As you breathe out, relax. Bend your legs. Bring your right leg forward and stretch your whole body up towards the sky as you breathe in. As you breathe out, bend your legs. Continue at your own rhythm. Alternate breathing in and out without ever forcing your body or your breathing. Imagine that you're a crane moving through the air with a sensation of freedom and lightness, without any constraint. Return to the starting position with your feet together and your hands placed at stomach level. Breathe in, breathe out. Savour this moment of relaxation and calm. To finish this session, go to the following massage. Rub your hands together until they feel warm. Rub your face. Take your time to massage all the acupuncture points found level with the ears. Bring your hands up from the chin to the nape of the neck. Rub your face, passing over the top of your skull. massage your kidneys. Then, with your right hand underneath if you're a woman and the reverse if you're a man, starting from the dantian, or just below your navel, make 8 progressively wider circles. The hand should not touch the stomach. Return to the starting position by making 8 progressively smaller circles. Finally, tap yourself from top to bottom to make the energy circulate.